Hi everybody.
everyone.
I hope you all had a good week. We did. It wasn't too bad. It was a crazy week, but not, not too bad. It wasn't expensive like the week before when we had to buy a generator. But, it started, Sunday we tooled around out here. We did this and that. And Monday I had to go register the rig here, Finicky Francesca. So I went down to the insurance company, and of course they were communicating with the registry, and the registry was freaking out. It took like an hour and a half there because it's a 2004 van, but it was sold as a 2005 camper, and it confused them. So they didn't know what to do. And so they finally figured it out. Imagine that. They went with the age of the van, so now it's registered as a 2004 camper, when it's actually a 2005 camper, but it's a 2004 van. I tried to explain to him that these companies buy a bunch of vans and then over the winter turn them into campers and then sell them. And a lot of times the vans are a year old, even though they have basically 0 miles on them. But they were just looking at me. They wanted me to explain what a Class C was. I don't know, whatever. So anyways, we got it insured.
And registered.
And registered.
All the same place, too, so that's kind of a...
Yeah, right in the insurance company, like I said. So it took probably would have took a little short of time at the registry, but there was emails back and forth and discussions, and I had to answer questions, and so whatever. But it was cool. It's a nice insurance company. The people were very nice, and, I had my YouTube, so I sat there and watched YouTube, so I killed an hour and a half like nothing, basically. And then the following day we had to go get the thing inspected, which I was pretty nervous about.
Because we're driving through the city streets.
And she's, finicky. And so I didn't know if she was going to pass inspection or if there was going to be something wrong. Not that I expected anything wrong, because everything runs good. We had checked all the lights and stuff and blah, blah, blah. And so I had to go to this place because, we can't go to where we do our Corollas because obviously they can't fit this dance hall in there. So we had to go to a place called Leck Auto Body in New Bedford, Massachusetts, which is a tight, old-fashioned city. And of course, I had to take this rig through the city, and it was a little tight.
But you did good.
I only hit a curbing.
But I was going to try to get out.
And I only touched the curbing, and it ended up passing. We had to sit for quite a while and stuff, but it ended up passing.
They had to sit inside while they did the inspection, which I thought was unusual.
Yeah, they let us stay in, and they checked the front end and everything, and they jacked it up, they checked the brakes, they looked under the whole rig, blah, 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 blah. It passed with flying colors. And so then we wanted to go up the road to a gas station that we knew that I thought I could fit the rig in easily. It's about, I think it's about 15 miles up I-40. So we went up I-40, and I got there, and when I got in there, I park too close to the pumps, basically. I got to learn to park far enough away from the pumps, so when I'm pulling out, I got room for my tail swing. So I pulled in like I was driving the Corolla, and I was right up near the pumps, and I'm looking at it going, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to make the turn. So I did. I had to make a two-point turn, but I'm aware of the tail end, and I didn't hit the gas pump, and I didn't do anything stupid and everything. So anyways, we were driving down the highway, and right above Sue's head, there was this horrible vibration,
Sounded like the window was open and something was rattling.
Yeah, and it sounded like something was hitting like super, 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 almost like a flag waving, that's how fast it, sounded, like the end of a flag. And so we didn't think too much of it. When I got home, though, I looked at it, and a big piece of the laminate on the side is coming off the rig. There was another big piece of laminate in the back that was coming off the rig, too. And the reason why was one day my dad was driving through New York, and they were in a real bad storm, and a gust of wind came, a real serious gust of wind came, and it lifted the whole rig right up off the ground, was fixing to flip it over, I guess. And then the wind let it go, and it slammed back down. And in the meantime, it had ripped the canopy, the bottom part of the canopy had ripped right off the rig, and I guess the top on the left-hand side facing it had ripped off the rig. The only thing attached was the upper right-hand side. And so he, got it finagled together to get it home, and, kind of fixed it and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so we bought it, and what happened was where the thing had separated from the rig in the two different places, it started the laminate to separate. And so my dad didn't really do too much about it. He, went down the road and everything, which is fine because it probably looked fine to him. But over time it was, it pulled the laminate a little more and pulled the laminate a little more. And every time you go down and the wind would work on the side, it would pull a little more. So we had these two big places, these two big diamonds down the side. I fixed the back of it. Didn't really think too much about the front of it. I was going to put a couple of small pieces on it before we went anywhere far. But then it got worse and worse and worse. Before we got home, it got real bad, and I noticed it. So I went on ahead and fixed that today. I spent all day. Today's Saturday. I spent all day doing that. I seem to have it pretty much secure. I think it'll be fine. I took plastic house facial board, 1/2 inch by 6 inch, real light but real strong, and I took lags, 2-inch lags, and I drilled the boards into the side of the rig, and I construction cement the back of the boards, and there's no rot underneath the rig at all, because I would say out of the 50 to 60 lags that I did, at least 55 of them bit hard. A couple of them, you might have been between a piece of plywood or where there was a knot that pushed out or whatever. A couple of them didn't bite all that well, but everything bit really well, closed right in. I weatherproofed it. It may not be the best looking job in the world, but it's solid as a rock. And it doesn't look bad at all.
It doesn't.
It really doesn't. You just got some planking on the side of it, like some light planking, and it's white. It kind of matches the rig. Susie's friend's going to come over and put flowers on it, and I don't know, some different...
Traveling Martin and Sue.
So we're
going to decorate it a little bit.
Yeah, so
it really will look different.
So Sue's side of the rig we're going to look like... Well, we were hippies when we were little. When we were young, we were hippies anyways. Well, Sue's side of the van's going to look like we're traveling hippies, which is fine. And my side of the van will just look like a normal Four Winds Class C.
We want to be normal,
yeah.
Right? We can't be normal. We have to be unusual somehow. So
yeah, I mean, there's always...
We're going to be unusual.
There's always something.
We don't always fit that cookie cutter.
No,
for sure. We
never
fit the cookie
never
cutter.
Never will. Never have.
I saw somebody had a bumper stick today. It said, be different. And I'm like, yeah, I like that. Be different. That's us. We are different, for sure. Good or bad, we're different.
Yeah.
So.
And so, the other thing this week with Sweepy is, Sweepy has had this...
yeah, we talked about it last week, right?
Right here on her head. And, it was small. And, of course, we always have stuff like that checked because she's had mast cell tumors a couple times, or actually several times. So we immediately went in and had it checked. The doctor checked it, said that it wasn't cancerous and it should be fine. And that was, a couple months ago maybe, whatever, like, a while back.
About a year ago to begin with. Yeah, it's been twice we've already had it checked.
Quite a while. And then all of a sudden, in like the last week and a half, and within like a 3-day period, it like tripled in size. And then not only did it get taller, but it got bigger around. All the fur was falling out, and it was like getting big. So we freaked out. We called the vet. We made an appointment for this coming Monday, and it's gone. I mean, it's not gone, but it's like gone down. You can barely see it. So I'm thinking it was some kind of an abscess. Maybe she had a splinter in there, or a pricker of some sort stuck in there, or because she does crazy things. You never know. She might have had something stuck in there. But we're going to take it to the vet anyways on Monday just to be sure.
We're going to walk in and she's going to go, there's nothing wrong with her, go home. Hopefully.
Yeah. Sweepy didn't like to ride in the rig too much because the rig had been sitting for a long time. It had flat spots on the tires. This is what I think. It had flat spots on the tires. So when we first got out onto the highway, there was a little bit of vibration. It was very loud and a little bit shaky, and she didn't like it. But once the flat spots went away, like when we went for fuel, it was just smooth and nice. And
it was.
Today she actually spent a lot of time in here and relax, and she'll get used to it. I mean, as long as she knows that her food is somewhere in the cabinet in here, and then she has her water bowl, and Daddy and Mommy she'll be fine. You know, we were a little bit worried at first, but she'll adapt. Sweepy always has. Matter of fact, right now she's sitting on the floor watching us talk to a camera and wondering why.
Thinking it's time to get ready to go to bed, Dad.
Yeah. So
Are you gonna take care of me? Are you gonna give me a massage?
her nurturing is soon. She starts like around 4 o'clock looking for her nurturing at 6. Her nurturing consists of chiropractic care, a body rub, and teeth brushed. And then she crashes for the night. But that's Sweepy's ritual. But yeah,
Rather spoil little girl.
it's been a little bit less hot this week around here, so it was a little more comfortable working.
Not quite so humid, but hot still.
You know, work still kind of sucks. Don't get me wrong, but you know, it is what it is, and we got through the week, and we're coming out the other side. We actually found out yesterday, I believe, that the new generator we ordered will be in, and then me and my dad will be putting it in, and we'll be able to do some boondocking. But we do have 4 camping trips
We got both.
finally starting next weekend, and we're going to take you guys along. Planned. We're going to go to Massasoit State Park in Massachusetts here up the road, just a little ways. We're not going too far, 20 miles or so. We're going to do our first camping trip. Then we have a trip at a place called
Wompatuck.
Wampatuck State Park, Massachusetts State Park. It's up south of Boston, so we're going to go there the following weekend. And then we get a weekend off, I believe. And then we go to Vermont. We're going to spend 3 days up at Vermont. Me and Sue and my dad are going up to visit my sister, if we can get my dad to go. Go up to visit my sister. And then we have another
Horseneck Beach.
camp reservation at Horseneck Beach State Park, right on the beach, down on the south shore of Massachusetts.
Famous for our area.
Famous for our area, yeah. So we
But
have 4.
we just heard they just redid their campground recently. They spent a lot of money. My brother was telling me.
Yeah.
So we decided to try it out, and we were having trouble getting reservations. There
Well, yeah,
were
because
none to be
it's-
had because we are late as
And we're
usual.
late. We just got the rig ready. We just got the rig all ready to go. And blah 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 blah. And so
Right.
Susie was calling, looking for like next weekend and the weekend after. Finally, I told her. I said, you know, the only way we're going to get it is just go for the next available one. And that's what she did. She called 4 different places, and we went for the next available. You know.
And we actually got one for Labor Day, which I
Yeah,
didn't
we got
think
one for
would.
Labor Day. It was crazy. You know, who
I
would
didn't think
think?
we would.
Everybody says, well, you're not supposed to camp on Labor Day because you got all the hoot and holler and
Oh,
partiers out. But that's okay. We'll just
I never heard that part.
crank up the air conditioner and keep our windows down and let them party. You know, we're not necessarily partiers.
We're not partiers.
Not much, anyways. Yeah, that's about our week in a nutshell, really.
Right.
I mean, we had a pretty good week. Nothing, no real drama, no real, you know, just a lot of work.
Yesterday we did some couple projects. We covered the headboard, which is something I've been wanting to do. So I covered the headboard and covered a little footstool. So I did a little video on that yesterday. If you guys want to check it out.
Yeah,
That
we
was,
did a-
It was easier than I thought, except for hanging it on the wall. That wasn't quite as easy as I thought it was going to be. But
Yeah, we did
got
a
it up
video, and I kind of helped her. We did it, you know, together, but she did a nice job. I had to like hold things for her and like do a couple staples, but it came out nice. And then you'll notice that all of a sudden the camera shut off. That's because I was having a meltdown, and I didn't want to have a meltdown in front of you all. And then once we got it straightened out and hung up, she showed a picture of it. It looks really beautiful.
that came out nice.
You know, we actually got the rig feeling very homey. We got a lot of our own
For
pictures
sure.
up, got all our own stuff.
We're getting there. A little bit more cleaning to do.
Carpet's
and
all clean, upholstery's all clean,
Yeah.
cabinet's all clean. Susie's been cleaning her brains out.
I'm gonna do another carpet cleaning and do the upholstery again. Give it another good clean, and we'll be ready to go on Friday.
Yeah.
It's
So-
all packed up basically as far as dishes and stuff like that goes, and
Yeah.
add some last minute basics on the week, before the weekend, and we'll be off on Friday.
We're super
Hopefully
excited.
pretty early.
We're
We
super
can
excited.
check in at 1, so we're hoping to be on the road and be there
Hopefully
for
be
1.
there for one, we'll see.
Yeah.
I should
See
be
how
getting
it
out about
works.
11:30. If everything goes good, I'm going to talk to my boss, see if I can get out a little bit earlier than that. But, you know, he's nice enough to let me only work 37 and a half hours a week lately anyway, so I have a hard time asking. But he might let me. He likes me. So we'll see. If we'd like to get going at 1:15. That way we can get there at 1, I can do all my hooking up. I've never done it. You know, I've only done it once, but I mean, I have.
Never done this one before.
I have a regulator, and I have a
Surge
a
protector.
filter that I have to put on the water line, and then I have a surge protector for the I bought one of them Watchdog surge protectors. So I want to keep my water pressure in the RV down around 35 pounds. That way I don't have to worry about blowing out lines. And that's what we got at home anyway, so we're used to that. And you know, I've heard a lot of horror stories about campgrounds having power surges and blowing everything in the rig, and we're looking at the price of all of this stuff, and plus our laptops that we might have plugged in and all that stuff. So we spent, I don't know, $139 to protect ourselves, you know, hopefully. So I got to learn how to hook all that up, the electricity, blah, blah, blah. So we're very excited, and Susie, I'm sure, will have the GoPro in hand. If I do
Until he
anything
yells.
crazy, if I do anything stupid, and if the camera suddenly goes off, you know I'm having a meltdown. So I do have them once in a while. So anyways,
But we're looking forward to it. It should be fun.
yeah,
We'll be ready hopefully by Friday.
yeah.
Have everything. Tomorrow today was a lazy day for me. I hung a couple hooks up.
Sue today felt like I felt yesterday. I got a lot of work done yesterday, but I didn't feel like doing anything yesterday. I was tired. Susie was the same thing. She didn't feel like doing much, so
I did
she
hung
did a
couple
little of
hooks
this or
and-
that. She helped me outside. She protected me from falling on my ass off the on my bum off the ladder a couple times.
And we got some good ideas from Tom and Lori at RV Life. They had these, I don't know if you can see these little lights up top here. These
Yeah, these
little,
little tiny
little push lights.
LED lights that are about
Yeah.
that big.
battery powered, so we put a bunch of those up
Yeah, so we have
today.
we got battery powered lights throughout the whole
So
rig.
that way
So
we
when
can-
we're boondocking, we
yeah.
don't have to use any electricity.
So we did that today. So we didn't do a whole bunch. Well, I didn't do a whole bunch of anything. I ordered stuff online.
Doing
so
my project outside took my whole day, believe it or not.
You
I
did a
had to
lot,
go
yeah.
to the store twice, and you know, I thought I had enough supplies, and of course I didn't, so I had to go back. But anyways, that's our week in a nutshell. Where we hope you had a good week too,
we did.
and we hope you enjoyed this video and listening to our spiel. And we appreciate you watching.
Totally.
We appreciate you commenting, and we appreciate all of our subscribers. All of them that have joined us
Very much
lately. Our channel is growing, and we want to thank all of you for that. So if you like what you saw today and you want to follow us,
Please do.
please do. Please hit the subscribe, and on the right hand side there's a bell. Hit the bell, hit all notifications, and when we put up a video, you all can watch it if you want to watch two crazy people. So crazy old people, I guess.
We made it to 166, and we've gone from 166 down to 159. What, 4 or 5 times
Yeah,
now? So we're
YouTube-
back to 165
You
at
go
this
3
point.
steps up, 2 steps back. 3 steps up, 2 steps. That's okay.
So
you
we're
know.
hoping that we can stay at the 165.
Yeah.
We're aiming for 200.
You know, we like doing the YouTube, so it's fun. So, anyways, we love you guys.
Thank you.
And we'll see you. And we also, if you see this video, because I'm going to put it up on a Saturday night, on Sunday night at afternoon at 5:30, we're going to have a live called Rap with Merton and Sue. And so if you want to come over and spend some time with us,
We'd love it.
yeah, we
We'd
have
love
a-
you to have
yeah.
come join us.
yeah, we have a lot of fun. We talk about crazy stuff, whatever. So, anyways, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm going to go edit that. Put it up.